What's good, Pokey people? Pokemon in here, coming at you with another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. Today it's against Buffalo Saint. Before the battle starts, I'd like to give a big thanks to Gearheart. The link to his channel will actually be in the description below, and he actually posts capture card videos, and that's the reason I was able to use one. So, like I said, I was battling Buffalo Saint, and he leads off with his Mawile while I lead off with my Cofagrius. So he switches off right out the bat and goes out into his Arcanine to predict the Will-O-Wisp. And I actually do go for the Will-O-Wisp here, and he does get the Flash Fire boost, and he's able to directly take out my Cofagrius with a Flare Blitz. But I do give it luckily I do give it the Mummy ability. He does get hit by the recoil, and then he loses some more HP from the Life Orb that it's holding, and goes for a close combat here because I knew he wasn't going to go for another fire type move. And he lowers his own special defense and loses some more HP from the Life Orb. I go for a Power Punch here, and it does half of what he already had. The Mummy ability does backfire though, and I do lose my Torn ability. He goes for another close combat here and leaves me with 5 HP. And that's not... I should have just taken out my Swampert there and gone for an Earthquake or Waterfall right off the bat to take it out. But I didn't, and I do actually get to learn from it though. But he goes out into Gliscor here, and Gliscor is able to go for a Earthquake to take out my Swampert. Then he does get affected by his Toxic Orb, which is actually good for him because of the Poison Heal ability. I got onto my Noivern to counter his Gliscor because of substitutes, and my Noivern's actually Infiltrator. But he does go onto a special defensive wall, Tentacruel, and does eat up the Dragon Pulse very easily. I got onto Mawile here as he actually goes for a Scald and tries to get the burn. He actually does not get the burn, but does get some HP back from his leftovers. He switches out fearing a physical attack from my Mawile because he knows it's going to do a lot. So he switches out to Ferrothorn, which can eat up any fairy type or steel type attack. So I do go for the Swords Dance here, predicting the Ferrothorn. And he actually doesn't know that my Mawile carries Fire Fang, so I go for the Fire Fang here, and I do take out his Ferrothorn. Also, I forgot to say that this battle was actually before the Mawile ban in late August, so that was when Mega Mawile was actually OU, not Uber. I go for a Sucker Punch here to see how much, to see if he'll do at least half, because I thought it would do at least half after the Swords Dance, but Gliscor is a very bulky Pokemon, and his must be defensively built, so he was able to eat up the Sucker Punch very easily. I got into my Tyranitar here and go for a Stone Edge. I actually should have gone into Noivern here, because I would be able to go for a Dragon Pulse just in case he substitutes. But I actually go for a Stone Edge with my Tyranitar, switch Tyranitar back out, going to Noivern, and this is actually thinking about it now, that was a good play because he thought that since the Stone Edge did so little, he can just go for a substitute, while I could just switch out into my Noivern and easily take it out with a Dragon Pulse. Also obviously outspeed because my Noivern is a fast special attacking Pokemon, but it's also frail, especially on the defensive side. I go for another Dragon Pulse here on the Tentacle to see if it does a decent amount. He goes for a Scald, fishing for the burn, but does not get it. And I switch out here knowing that my Noivern isn't gonna do much to his Tentacle. So, well, he switches out first and goes out into Mawile, while I go for a Dragon Pulse. Actually, I didn't switch out. He predicted the Dragon Pulse. The Sandstorm does subside and I go back out into my T-Tar and I actually bring the Sandstorm back up, or the Sandstream. And he switches out his Mawile, fearing the Earthquake, going out into Weavile. I actually don't know why he went out to Weavile, because he went out to Weavile because of it has Brick Break, and Brick Break is almost able to take out my Tyranitar. He does raise my attack because of Weakness Policy, and I take him out easily with an Earthquake. His Weavile, well, he goes out into Tentacle here and goes for a Sludge Wave to pick my Tyranitar off. And my Tyranitar does fall, but he gets affected by the Sandstorm and gets the Black Sludge recovery, so the Sandstorm didn't really affect him. He still got HP back. I go for a Swords Dance here, knowing that the Tentacle wouldn't be a big threat to me unless it actually got a burn with the Scald. He's actually decently unlucky in this battle because he hasn't hit one Scald burn yet. I go for a Rock Slide, actually because I could get a flinch, also because I knew I would take it out easily because it's specially defensive. So I do lose some HP because of the Life Orb. Goes out into his Mawile. I predict the well, I didn't predict anything. I'm pretty sure I just stay in and go for a close combat, hoping that whatever the Fire Fang he goes for doesn't kill me. Well, I outspeed, and I take it out with the close combat. My defense and special defense fall, and he's able to go for a Fire Fang. The Fire Fang does take me out, and now it's down to this last play, Noivern versus the Mawile. If a Sucker Punch is able to take out my Noivern from 116 HP, it does not. Luckily, I'm left with 3 HP, and I take his last Pokemon out with my last Pokemon, Noivern. So it was a good battle, Buffalo Saint. The link to Gearheart's channel will be in the description below.